Oh, my friends, Scioto County Daily News. It is election night 2025. And we have some early voting results. We're going to give you that information. And then we'll stick around throughout the evening while more precincts come in. But our bubbly Betty Smith is over at the Scioto County Courthouse. And she is ready to submit her first report of the evening. And she is going to give us some results. So let's bring her on. Hello, Betty.
Yeah. Hi, Mark.
All right, Betty, I'm going to let you take it away and go ahead and let us know these first results, and I'll try to type whilst you're doing it, okay?
So everybody bear with me as I go through some of these results. This is the absentee voting results. Also, surprisingly, this is the first time I've probably been in the tundra where it's not that busy on election night. But let's see here. For First Ward, Portsmouth Ward Council for voting right now, Sean Dunn looks like he's at 27%. David Malone looks like he's at 62% for First Ward Portsmouth. I know that everybody's been following that very closely.
I think those are individual votes and not percentages.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're saying totals for the absentee voting. And then Third Ward is, of course, uncontested, and that is for Andy Cole. But I did think it was good that early on he was out there talking to the voters and why he should be chosen to stay there. Fifth Ward right now, we're looking at total votes of Edwin Martell was around 25 and Chris Neff was around 62. I don't know how far you want me to jump down here, but I was going to go into some of the outer areas like Brush Creek Township trustee. Right now, it looks like.
Wait a second. Did you say Crick?
Did I say Crick?
You did. You said Brush Creek. So that is the proper enunciation. Wait a minute now.
Hey,
it's the proper enunciation.
I lived off that. I lived off that. So.
Well, it's time you get. Hey, look at your screen because you haven't seen this. Look at your screen. This is just for you. How about that?
Yeah.
That is for saying
that's
correct.
The country in me.
Yes, congratulations. All right. Back to matters at hand.
You got me.
You said correct, and we had to do the news bunny.
Got me. Hey, I was raised around that, okay?
Yep, go right ahead. Let us have it.
Okay, that being said, Brush Creek.
No, keep it at Crick or I'll take the news bunny.
Want to keep it at Crick?
Yeah.
You're killing me, man. Let's see, Tim Brown, and it looks like uncontested at 14 votes. The trustees, now I know that was a little close because we had 2 seats that need to be filled. You know, Eric Lutz was not a part of that equation this year.
And so, wait a minute, it bleeped out in just a second. You said Eric Lutz, so you must be talking Rush?
Township.
Okay, go
ahead. And this is for township trustees. They were voting for 2. There were 3 seats. Well, 3 candidates, 2 seats need to be filled. And right now, we are looking at, well, maybe. I just had it. Because they showed Brush Creek Township trustees, and then it showed Shirley Ranston. I apologize, guys. The lighting is horrible out here. I know we got 1 at 18, which is Tackett, and then there was, well, maybe there was a few people on that one. Well, all I can tell you right now is that it looks like Tackett's in the lead right now for 18. This is, Mark, just to bring this up, These are the areas where you go in and vote, and every vote counts. Like literally every vote counts.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you, and just 1 second here. So that's Rush. I'm doing the ones that are ahead for the ticker at the bottom. So Rush Township, and who's ahead?
Yeah, it was Tackett.
Tackett.
Tackett was ahead by about 7 points.
Okay. Keep going.
And I apologize, guys. It's one, hard to see out here. Two, it's a
Two,
little loud.
you're normally you're doing my job. This is the
Yeah.
first time we've done it this way. So yeah.
Let's keep it interesting.
Yeah. We grow.
Now, I'm just taking it. Now, obviously, when they talk about Brush Creek, it's a little bit different than Rushtown. So I'm going to kind of jump past that because I do want to look at Rushtown. And again, we're doing early absentee voting. And apparently, a lot of people decided to vote early. And like I said, there's normally more people in the tundra, and there's not this evening. When I've been here, it's always been busy. Has it not, Mark? It's always been busy.
100%. 100%. This is this is this is where every vote counts, because people think, well, it's not the midterms, it's not the presidential, but this is where government really matters. This is talking about your township trustees, your school boards, of course your city council. This is where government begins. And if you were ever going to vote, this is the stuff to vote for. This is a reason to vote. Once you get into state level, national level, things change. You get, you're just a voice in the crowd. But in your local politics, one vote. You ready to roll some more?
And here's the other thing too. I mean, we're going to get new numbers here in a minute, but this is one of them elections where I think it's going to go quicker than the norm, because like the last time we was here, oh my God, we'd be here like for 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I'm part of it. We were waiting on that first batch of numbers.
Yeah. So right now in the lead at Rush Township trustee is Danny Willersburg, and then it goes to Rick Hiles, and then it goes to John Howard. So those numbers, and John Howard and Ricky Hiles is very close. I think this is the first time for Rick Hiles to run. John Howard has been a trustee in the past.
So there's two in Rush?
I'm sorry?
There's two in Rush Township?
Yeah. 3 people ran, 2 to fill seats.
All right. So we got Tackett ahead and Wheelersburg ahead, right?
Yep. And then I know that you were looking at the levy. I know that was another important thing we talked about. I am going to throw out Washington Township trustees real quick.
Yeah, Washington Niles got a couple levies, and
yeah, there was Scott Bauer, McGraw, and then I'm trying to. Again, I apologize, everyone. I'm working with the light here. I'm about ready to go underneath the light.
There's Washington Township trustee.
I think, yes, that was the 2, McGraw and Bauer. And right now, very close. Your little squeaker that you call it. Hey, Scott Bauer is ahead by 3.
I didn't say little squeaker. I just said squeaker. You just got to say it's a squeaker.
Well, it's like 3 votes. Again, we bring this up, and I hope this helps those that are getting ready to start to vote again, or if you're 18 years old and you're looking to vote, you'll kind of start to figure this out.
Yeah. So McGraw is ahead by 3 votes, our squeaker?
Yes, and that was for the early absentee voting.
Okay.
3 I'm votes. Just looking at a few others there, sorry. Of course, we talked about the school district, and I know that you interviewed Tommy Crabtree.
Yeah, by Northwest. They've got 3 seats out there they need to fill, and they had 7 candidates. So we need our top 3.
Yeah, that was, yeah. So right now with Northwest, and I'm sorry, guys, I am going to go more toward the light because I want to get these to Mark best I can. So let's just get right up here by the screen. Okay, so, and I'm going to read these off. Tommy Crabtree right now looks like 96 votes. Randy Dalton is up there with 59. Ferguson is 55. Kingery has 56. Neisel has 64. And we're tied with Rudicke and Taylor at 57. So right now, Tommy is really looking like he's in the lead for one of those seats.
All right, so we'll do because I'm doing this for the ticker for once we have to wait. Okay, so we've got who's our top three? We got a split.
Top three would be Dalton, Crabtree, and it looks like Neisel.
How's he spell his name?
Neisel is Niziol.
Copy that. All right.
I mean, it looks like in Portsmouth City School. I know we follow them quite a bit. There was a couple write-ins.
Was this for the school board?
For Portsmouth City School District.
Okay.
It looks like we have James Carver as a write-in at 120 votes. And Jennifer Charles is a write-in at 81. McGinnis is a write-in at 106. And Pitts is a write-in for 38.
All right. So
or no, I'm sorry. There was only, it looks like everybody was a write-in.
Was it one seat?
Vote for two.
Vote for two. All right. So we got two seats. So who's our top two?
Yeah.
Who's the top two?
The top two was Carver and McGinnis.
All right.
So I'm kind of scrolling through here because I know we want to get to, it was just kind of interesting, some of these.
Don't have to be in a rush. Just however you want to do it. I'm just making sure.
Let's talk about Washington Isle School District for a moment.
Okay.
We had two seats to fill. It was for Chad Moore and Alex Winfield. So I don't think there was any competition there. Nothing competitive. Willersburg did have 3 seats to fill. You've got Jenny Chamberlain, Amy Defoe, Jonathan Easton, excuse me, Matt Miller, Sean Stratton. So where are we at? Sean Stratton right now is about 21. Matt Miller is 92. Jonathan Eaton was 78. Amy Defoe was 54. Jenny Chamberlain was 63. Again, this was early voting, folks.
Who's our top three?
Right now at this time, top three. Miller, Eaton, and Chamberlain.
EATON?
Yeah.
And Chamberlain?
Chamberlain was 63.
And how many did Stratton have?
On the early voting right now, 21.
Okay. All right. So that's in Willersburg School District. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I just want to, Willersburg, I know people follow them a lot.
Every school board is important to every person in that.
Oh, absolutely. Now, over here on this other side, and we talked about, Scioto County, ESC, vote for 3, or City of Portsmouth flood vote. I think we should go for that.
Okay, the flood vote.
For the levy is 251. Against it was 108. So they are for the levy of the flood vote for City of Portsmouth.
Flood levy, yes. So far, okay.
I'm just kind of looking down through here. And I don't know if you're getting comments or anything like that, or if anybody's looking for anything specific.
No, I just want you to go down through. That way I can load this up on the ticker on the bottom so folks can see what we've talked about, because people are coming in and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
yep.
I'm just looking here. For Brush Creek Township Cemetery, there was a vote for one for the tax levy or against it. Right now, it looks like they're for it.
All right, very good. Hello, Andrew Nichols. Just got a comment. And also, guys, if you are aware, if there's any other races that you want to weigh in on or put in the comments, go right ahead. But we will, just keep on going, Betty.
All right. Well, I do want to bring this back up. There was a couple things that I've seen over toward Nile Township or more toward West Portsmouth. I know there was an EMS vote for one. For the tax levy right now, it's 26 to 23. Nile Township Police, it looks like 31 to 18, so right now they're for it.
Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
Go back to that first Nile Township. What was it for?
For EMS.
And so far, it's a yes.
Yes.
On that levy. Okay.
Right now for police, it's a yes as well.
Okay.
Rush Township Road, which I know that was a big thing out there in that off of 73. So the levy right now, people, it's close, 37 to 33.
Ooh, okay. All right.
It's tight. Another one that they were looking at for Rush Township was the police. Actually, right now, they're for it, 45 to 28. You know, we always talk about the police, the fire, the roads, our elderly.
Yes, absolutely.
Some of those are no-brainers, you know what I mean? But police, yes, for it for Rush Township. Valley Township Fire, right now they're for it.
Okay.
I'm kind of jumping along here. I'm just picking some of the main ones, I guess. Washington Township Police right now, they're actually, for Washington Township, it's they're behind.
Okay. Have you seen anybody from the voting office with new papers?
Nope. I'm gonna go look again. They haven't brought nothing else out to me. Andy Cole's here in the Tundra tonight. I just seen him over there.
Nice.
We'll have to make sure to say hi to him. Township zoning plan for Washington Township. Right now, it's a no.
Okay.
So I know that there was a lot of signs out over there off of that about the zoning and plan.
Yeah.
It didn't go into a lot of details on that.
Yeah, we didn't really get a readout on exactly what that was all about.
So what I will do, I'm going to go see if I can get some new paperwork. Okay. They've got the screen on pause at the moment.
All right.
And I'm going to try to, real quick, hang on 1 second. 1 second. Andy. I got to bring Andy on the screen real quick. Good. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody.
Hello. Third Ward Councilperson Andy Cole. How are you this evening?
I am very good. I hope you're as excited as I am.
I'm excited.
I can tell you're beaming.
I am beaming. Yeah, it's a halo effect.
Yeah, I have that same effect.
Dear God,
it's coming. Yeah, it's going to be. It's we still got some votes to count, but there's some changes coming to the council.
I am so excited to see the amount of people that actually took time to make it important, to them, because we didn't have a presidential election or big ticket items that everybody gets stirred up about. This was grassroots, and city council is a relatively low position, but it affects everybody in our town. I mean,
Yes.
every issue that comes in front of us is typically something that in some way is going to affect every resident of Portsmouth. So, to see so many people come out and be a part of letting their voice be heard, I'm real proud of our community. I think they did a great job tonight, no matter what the results are.
Yes, and especially in times like this, it is so important, Andy, and I'm backing up what you're saying, that we've seen the numbers, and I'm sure you have too. Some of these are just within a couple of votes. One of them just one vote. But this is where your vote really matters, and that's your township trustees, your school board, and your city council. Your county commissioners. That's where your votes count. Your township EMS levies, all that kind of stuff. This is where government really begins, and where you can see the most bang for your buck, because you cast that vote. Don't you agree?
Mark, I think a lot of times in the process of anything that has to do with government, sometimes we feel like we don't matter, like our voices don't matter, like our votes don't matter. And I think there's a lot of apathy that does happen, and sometimes it happens for real reasons. But just like I think to also back you up is these small running votes really do matter. When you can change an entire poll by your one vote, this is where you do that. You're not going to do that in a presidential election with your one vote. Doesn't mean you shouldn't vote. It just means it's a lot different when you're voicing your opinions or your beliefs in a local kind of environment.
Real quick, so how did it feel? You went unopposed.
I did go in a which to be honest with you, my last election was hard. Me and Gary Jenkins were just talking about it. We worked really hard. We both did. We were pounding the pavements. We were kicking doors in. We were printing things up in signs. And the amount of energy that we both put into the race was, boy, we both went home evenings and just passed out. It was hard for a long time. To not have that feels very good, to be honest, to not have to do that. But on the flip side, I'm happy to see people reach out and want to do these jobs. Because sometimes they're a bit thankless, as we sometimes recognize. You have to make hard decisions. You have to make decisions that people are not going to agree with. Sometimes, some will, some won't. But you're never going to get everybody to agree on the same issues. So when we're out, doing our thing, most everybody has stood up and said things that they believe in. Hey, this is what I believe in. These are the core beliefs that I fight for, and what is important to me, and what I think is important to Portsmouth. So I think the candidates this time around have done a pretty good job to reach out to them.
I'm going to say two things. One, I remember interviewing you the very first time you went for the law. I remember that. And then two, I think it's honorable of you that you even go into other districts or other wards and you pronounce everything that's going on. You're always on a live. There's times where I'm like, oh, good, I didn't have to cover that today. Andy's out there. But no, it's just good. I mean, I love seeing somebody else getting out there and showing what's happening in the city, and I think that's great. But I still remember seeing at the loft.
Yeah, we do good. And I think you'll see it when you look at a candidate, whether it's now or in 4 years from now or 2 years from now or whatever. If you don't see your representative in your community, that's a problem. Because we have to stay in the community. We have to support, nonprofit events and people that are trying to make things happen, small businesses. That's when I say things like, I'm so proud of our community for coming out to vote. These are the things that it takes for a small community to keep going. Small businesses don't exist. You don't go out of your way to buy a coffee from them or to buy a T-shirt from them. We all have to make those.
This guy came to my Elvis event, Mark. He didn't
did
get
you?
along, but he came to my Elvis event.
You sometimes get to go to an Elvis event. Again, it's support, because when you stop doing that, or if you don't stop taking the effort to help people in their effort to grow and to have events, those events dry up. And I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit Mayberry around here still. I love it. I love it when people put on events. And
Mayberry.
it is true.
It's the first time he's heard that.
No, that's true.
I love you.
Yeah, it's good.
I love him.
All right, guys. Well, thanks.
Thank
I appreciate you talking to
Thank
you.
He's a trip.
He's something else.
Oh my God. He had to say Mayberry.
Hey, it's all a perspective, right?
Yes.
All a perspective.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got the early voting results going right now, and
Yeah, and I just went back and asked for the paperwork, and they've still not got a second set for me yet.
Okay, very good. So what we'll do at this time is we'll let this this scroll do its thing. And I'm going to let you I'm going to take you back off so you can do your thing, and then just wave at me, okay? And I'll bring you back when you got some more, okay? All right. Thank you, Betty. Wonderful. Okay. So normally, again, like I was mentioning, that we normally would do this in 3 separate posts, but we're trying something new this year. We're always trying to grow and improve. And so what we're doing now is we're waiting on those other precincts to come in and get finalized. Normally around 9 o'clock, we start our beginning to call races. So stick here with us. But while we're waiting, I'm going to play a thing here from Sin Mackley first, and then we are going to go to something else fun. And this is just until I get the signal from Betty that she's got new numbers. So you guys just stay with us.
Okay, we are going to touch on a hot button topic. We had a couple of posts this week, and we got hundreds of comments over people debating this topic. And the topic is Narcan. Narcaning addicts who have overdosed, sometimes again and again and again, even when they don't want treatment. And it stirs up a lot of strong feelings, because we've heard people say, well, why do addicts get free Narcan and I have to pay hundreds of dollars for insulin? And that's a fair question, and we certainly get why it feels frustrating. So I'm going to try to break this down and explain, well, maybe it's a better deal than you think. Okay, now when we talk about that insulin questions, it's 2 totally different situations. Insulin has to be taken on a schedule, carefully measured, monitored. Give someone the wrong dose, haven't tested their blood sugar properly, you could kill them. That's why insulin can't really be handed out like candy. It needs a prescription, doctor oversight, specific storage. Also, it is produced by private drug companies and sold through pharmacies, and it's not distributed through emergency programs, though some people might feel like it should be. Narcan, on the other hand, is a rescue medication, not a daily drug. You're supposed to hopefully use it just once in an emergency to reverse an opioid overdose. It's kind of like an EpiPen for people whose breathing has shut down. You can spray it in the nose, and if opioids were the cause, you'll save a life in seconds. And even if the person did overdose, it's not going to hurt them. And that's kind of why it's free. It's because it's part of a public safety program. And the reason it's part of a public safety program is not only does it save a lot of lives, but it actually saves a lot of tax dollars. Now let's look at what would happen if there wasn't Narcan. Someone overdoses. Opioids slow or stop their breathing. Now without oxygen, their brain starts dying within minutes. EMS shows up. Now, they don't know why this person is unconscious. It could be an overdose, it could be a heart attack, it could be a diabetic crash. Legally and ethically, first responders can't walk away. They got to treat that person. Now, with no Narcan handy, that person might die. Or maybe they survive, but they've been without oxygen for too long and now they have permanent brain damage. Now that means we're looking at a lifetime in a nursing home or long-term care, and those costs, they're going to be paid by taxpayers and insurance, not the person that's lying there. We're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars per person every year. So even if you're thinking strictly in terms of dollars and cents, Narcan is the cheaper option. It's about $40 a dose. That's a lot less than a stay in the ICU or a lifetime of care. Now, then there's the even harder line option. Why don't we just let them die? Now, people say, well, they made their choices, let them face the consequences. Okay, but think about that. If the 10 or 15 people we see revived every weekend inside died instead, that's 10 or 15 suspicious deaths. Each one of them would require an autopsy, toxicology, investigation. That costs thousands of dollars per person. The morgues would fill up. Funeral homes, who are already struggling in this economy, would be stuck with unclaimed bodies, and the county would be paying to cremate and bury dozens of people each month. That bill adds up fast. That's still a lot more than a few doses of Narcan. And you know, on the bright side, sometimes people do get better. And I know it's frustrating to hear about the same person revived again and again and refusing help, but recovery doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes it's one overdose, sometimes it's 10. But I've seen, and maybe you've seen, people come back from it, get clean, hold jobs, raise families. And when that happens, it's because somebody gave them another chance to live long enough, to help, to need help. If you believe in second chances, or even if you just believe in saving money, I think Narcan makes sense. But I get it. Where's the line? Some people say anyone revived should be forced to go to the hospital. But when you think about that too, that means another ambulance run, ER visit, and a bill nobody pays. Sometimes the most practical thing is just to get them breathing and alive and hope that's next time they get help. We don't punish people who crash their cars for speeding by refusing to pull them out of the wreck. We don't deny treatment to smokers with COPD or diabetics with poor diets. We help them because life has value, even when people make bad choices. Now, I'm not asking you to stop feeling frustrating. I get it. It is frustrating to read. We see overdose calls every day here in Scioto County. We've seen the heartbreak and the chaos it causes. I mean, we've for many years run and been the overdose capital of the state. But Narcan really isn't rewarding bad behavior. It's damage control, even if you feel some people do abuse it. It keeps some people alive long enough to maybe turn things around. But really, the most practical thing is it saves money, resources, and a lot of sorrow in the long run. And I know, so before you throw up your hands about it being free, obviously it's not free. Somebody somewhere, taxpayers are paying for it, but it isn't free because their lives are worth less. It's because we're committed to the idea that lives are worth saving, and it is really much cheaper than the alternative. Now, obviously, the best case scenario would be for none of these people to be opioid addicts, and that would be wonderful, but it just doesn't feel like anyone's come up with a solution for that. But I would love to know your thoughts on this and where we draw the line when it comes to saving lives and making people take responsibility for their actions. I mean, do we extend that to poor eating, smoking, speeding, and other bad choices? I don't know. You tell me. Okay.
Let me take myself out of here. I don't know if I muted the whole time. Was I just talking to a muted? I don't know. It's hard to tell. All right, so this is our wonderful, wonderful friend. Here we go, Tina Jeans.
Hi, everybody. I'm here down at the Scioto River with some fish biologists, and they're going to show us a little bit of what they do. They test the fish, they weigh them. No fish are hurt. And now I'm going to give it over to, what's your name?
Matt Server.
And can you tell us a little bit what you guys do?
So we are conducting a fish survey to determine fish community and abundance of individuals. We use this to determine water quality and whether or not it meets Ohio EPA's criteria for general use. In this case, it's warm water.
They've already caught some. They check them out to see if they got any abnormalities, and they test them and they weigh them. Pretty interesting. Boy, look at this one about ready to come out of there.
It'll be out in 1 second. We're trying to get the quillbacks out right now.
Wow.
There we go. 3 quillbacks.
Wow.
3,300.
And as you see, the fish are being put back.
We'll take off here in a second.
So how do you guys catch them?
So we put an electric current in the water, which stuns them. These guys net them up and stick them in the live well so that we can do our assessment.
That looks like a really elongated smallmouth. Smallmouth buffalo coming up.
It got underneath my feet. Sorry about that, guys. It went between my feet.
Smallmouth buffalo, 2,500.
Little channel cat.
I know I can't get my shoe back on.
Third smallmouth coming up.
Wow. Kind of scared me a little bit. It was a catfish. I didn't want it to sting me.
Smallmouth at 1,600. Here's your nice one. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a champion smallmouth right there. 1 second.
Wow.
I'll see it now.
Look how big.
That's a black. You think it's black? Yeah, look at the mouth. Look how big it is.
Okay, now get away from my feet.
See how wide his head is? Black buffalo coming up.
Beautiful.
Really nice fish. Oh, you don't want me to hold them though.
Well, this one here is liking me.
He'll hang out with you. He's harmless. He ain't got nothing to hurt you.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that catfish.
No, that's 500. That's a small.
There's my friend. He likes my feet.
That's a really nice fish right there. Yeah, look at his mouth.
Oh, look at him. He's gorgeous.
See how lively he still is? You gotta remember too, they're genetically a mix between the two, so the keel's not always the thing to look at.
Wow.
Get in his mouth though.
Yeah, he does go back. I got
There are big fish in here, people. This is the Scioto River.
See how wide his head is from the top. Another smallmouth coming up.
Smallmouth. Don't look too small to me.
Got a little mouth though.
Oh, look at that.
3,500.
Wow. So what's the sudsy mixture?
That's actually buffalo slime.
Buffalo slime?
Those big fish,
Uh-huh.
when they get stressed, they produce a lot of slime and cause bubbles.
Oh, wow.
It's just their slime.
There.
Sheephead coming up now. I got a lot of
A sheephead. What's a sheephead?
freshwater drum. They're both the same thing.
Yay! I want to hold one.
They got a lot of spines on them.
Can I get one? Ooh, no, I don't like that one. That's a catfish. I won't hold that one.
There's still a bunch of quillbacks in there. There's sheephead.
Another
Those
sheephead.
guys are rough. Alright, that's it for the big sheephead. Freshwater drum. Alright, so I think I got 2 more sheephead.
Wow, you guys, how long did it take you guys to catch just these?
Not very long. We still gotta finish our site though. We're only about halfway done.
We are joined today with the newly elected fourth ward.
This week. So let's talk about. Hey, good morning. Here live at the headquarters of Scioto County Daily News with, of course, Mark Craycraft. So you get us in live version today. And then again, I just want to welcome everybody. Again, this is the 7th show. Really excited about that. We've got to get in a few different places in town. For example, we started out at the golf course at the Elk. So again, and I just want to throw that out there real quick. I know a lot of you are worried, where can you go golf at? We still have a golf course in Scioto County, and it just happens to be the Elks with their design, and they have a place for you to go and even set up for weddings, graduations. So I just want to keep that out there, throw that out there real quick. So good morning, Mark. I'm just waiting.
All right. I think I got to get back off of here. All right. Hey, welcome. You're still waiting on results?
Yeah, there's only been one updated, and we're still waiting. I tried to go back in and get new paperwork, and there's still nothing yet.
Oh, man. Wait, we watched Tina Jenkins. I told you we were talking about that.
I know it. I loved hearing her voice.
Oh, I'm telling you what. And Larry and April, we talking.
I just want to remind people that Tina did a lot of the reporting before I even came on. I had the pleasure with her for a few years.
Yeah, she was the very first person to join SCDN, the very first one, and then one of our moderators that likes to remain in the shadows was also there, but Tina was right there at the very beginning, in front of or holding the camera. She didn't like to get in front of the camera too much, but boy, I tell you what, we had some fun. And go ahead, tell the folks about tell us the story. I'm putting you on the spot, but
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. All right. So you know what I'm going to say. This was one of the most famous pictures that we ever published. There was, and the story caught fire, and an election was changed from this one investigation. This started the ball rolling towards a wave.
Yeah.
An election. So go ahead, tell us about it. I'm gonna give it to you.
Well, Mark decided to team Tina and I up together to do some investigative reporting, and so I willingly went along. And that being said, I'm sorry.
Willingly?
Yeah, I willingly went along. She said, "You got to be careful. You don't know what Mark will get you into." No, I really enjoyed being able to go with her and team up with her, and actually to bring out some of the things. She was a very awesome investigative reporter. Definitely looked up to Tina, and we worked together on a couple cases. And so that being said, she was looking out for Scioto County on a lot of issues.
I thought I would. Oh, I see what it is. Tell them about the investigation. Tell them about the story, how you were able to get these pictures. Come on now, this is good stuff.
About me going to take pictures of such certain things, and
yeah, just go ahead.
Read about getting shot.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the people did come out. They asked us who we was.
Start at the beginning.
We let them know. I'm sorry.
I said start at the beginning. You started, and then you got off on the. So I sent you out on this crazy adventure, you and Tina, and tell us how you were able to get permission to get on the property and take these infamous pictures.
Okay. Yes. So, yeah, she did. She came pick me up, and We went into that. It took us a minute to get there, but we got to the location. We went up and we knocked on the door. We kind of identified ourselves as coming in to look for some missing cars. And of course, I have this big camera around my neck. And Tina did most of the talking for that situation. And we were a little nervous, though. I'm not going to lie, because we could have got shot.
She talked you right into it, didn't she?
She did. She
And
did.
so, what were those missing cars we were looking for? You can tell the folks.
God, it seems like so long ago. But they were the missing cars that the county was giving to another person, and they were not recording them. I'm sorry?
They were the missing sheriff cruisers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there were quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And then they ended up over on 104 miraculously.
Yeah, it was that was the beginning of something wonderful, wasn't it? Great.
I know, I'm going to say this, Mark. I know a lot of people sometimes don't like all the stories that get told on the news, but there are so many moving parts. I know a lot of times people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you posted that story, or oh my God, I can't believe this ain't true, or that's not true. And I know you guys get it straight from the Bible of the police book.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Just saying.
Well, I like it. We're a small local business, and we always support small local businesses. And then people, sometimes they don't care for a story. Well, I liken it to going to a restaurant. Just because you don't like maybe something on that menu doesn't mean close the restaurant down. Have the have the chef killed and left in a ditch alongside the road. That we don't do that. You order something else on the menu. You get something else you like, and so we try to offer as much on our menu as we can. And so there's a little something for everybody here at SCDN.
It is hard to believe to tell people when they ask about if we do feel good news. And I can honestly say, and I forget it sometimes, that we've done over 400 plus feel good stories. And you have multiple on Facebook alone, and then on the actual news site.
If you go to I'll do it right now. If you go to our website, there's a whole feel good section. If anybody has a problem with, or a question, I should say, about feel good news reporting, hang on just a second. And
while you're bringing that up, I'm just going to say this too. Look at the things we do with the young adults in the summertime with Wings of Hope. The American Legion Post 23.
Yes.
The other legions around the community.
All right. So right there, you can see right over the EN of indictments, right there, it says feel good. Feel good. And you click on that. Let me go do it. You click on feel good news right here. And it's going a little slow because we're streaming. Next thing you know, it's all feel good news all the way down. And you can load more and keep going. And it just goes and goes and goes. So, yes, do we have feel good news? Not only do we have feel good news, we've got a whole category for it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And on the Facebook page as well. But please, people, understand, and I'm saying this to you from being in this business for many years. You can get in the search engine, you can search for something.
Many a year. I love
many
it.
years.
You said prick, and now many a year. For many a year.
Many. No, you can go into the Facebook page even, and you can put in feel good news. You can put in a lot of different things, and it'll pop right up. There is still a lot of archives in there, and they bring up a lot of the different stories, a lot of the different interviews that we've done. We support a lot of local business in this community, and when I say that wholeheartedly from my bottom of my heart.
Yeah, because you're the one out there, bubbly Betty, around town. And also, if you go to our YouTube channel, where we were showing you the archive footage of Tina, and we were getting ready to show a archive of a preview show we did several years ago.
Yeah.
So all that stuff is still there, and there's some fantastic content. So on Facebook, on the website, and on YouTube. So
And you support the local musicians in this area.
yeah.
I don't know anybody that really supports the homegrown talent of this community, and we know that talent reaches all over the United States. I mean, we have people like Rick Farrell. We have people like Jacob Tolliver. I mean, the list could go on and on, Earl Thomas Colley. Hello.
I'm looking up. So all you have to do, you can go to the website, or you can go to just regular Google, and hit, or just go to regular Google and type in SCDN Radio, and it will pull up. Trying to get to it so I can play.
And this is a great opportunity for people to know this stuff, Mark, because normally they don't catch any of this stuff, or maybe it depends on the algorithm.
The whole everything comes in. So here's SCDN Radio. We've had this since 2017. We've had this this feature I was so dedicated to offering. We had it before mugshots, before obituaries, before anything. The first regular feature was the SCDN Radio. And so it says here you can drive to Cincinnati and back and never hear the same song twice. And everything is made up with amazing talent from around our area. So you can just click play and enjoy here. And then what we've added to is we've got a worship playlist that you can listen to. And then there's folks that
it's like a high fiving.
And then we even get into lyric videos. So if you like some of that, we're continuing to add to those lyric videos. But this is all local music. We're the only ones that do it. So, all right, you got something, Betty?
It looks like they've mixed a few things in. I'm about ready to go back in there and see if I can get another paperwork. I will tell folks that in the Rush Township trustees, Rick Hiles is actually leading over John Howard at the moment. Of course, Danny Willersburg is in the lead. And that's in the Rush Township trustees. Let's see. I'm trying to see how many seats we're supposed to get filled on this one. Kind of watching as it goes across the screen here. David Malone just entered the building for here in the Tundra.
You might want to see if he wants to talk. I don't know if he's ready to, but you might want to check.
I know. Well, I'm going to give him a second. Tommy Crabtree is actually still in the lead at Northwest Schools. And the only reason why I bring that up is because Mark did an interview with him not too long ago. We also covered their town hall meeting. So if folks watch that, Tommy Crabtree is in the lead on that, even though they have 3 seats to fill, I believe. And they had quite a people running in that position. 3 seats. It looks like Willersburg. Oh, I just kind of missed it there. Matt Miller was still one of the top ones. A lot of these, they're like kind of uncontested. I'm surprised Maxine and them ain't here tonight. Dang nabbit, she called me earlier. She was waiting for me to bring it live. I was like, I will, I'm on my way.
All right, so Betty is going to do that right there. All right, she's going to try to get those paperworks.
Get more. I'm going to get more.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Okay.
So she is going to go and get some more paperwork, and she'll be back to read those here in just a second. And in the meantime, I am going to, we were talking about, let's see here. I want to get you guys, where is it here? There's the button. Okay. We are going to take you all the way back to where do we want to go here? Oh, yes, that was Tina. Oh, you'll like this. This is fun. Okay, let me bring this one up. Ah. All right, here we go. Do you have something for us, Betty?
You know, it's like pulling teeth sometimes to get anything out of there. So I'm going to try to read what's on the screen. I say that in the nicest manner.
Yes, yes.
Nothing printed yet, but let's take a look here. Looks like there's Raritan, so we're going to be coming up to Rushtown trustee, excuse me. Rick Hiles and Danny Willersburg look like they're in the lead for that 2 seats. John Howard's at 219 right now. It looks like that's like 40% of the vote. I know you like to go on the 50% percentile or above.
Yep, that's fine. Keep on going.
No, yeah, I was looking there for a minute. For Clay, it looks like everybody's uncontested. They had 3 seats. They got 3 people. Eastern School District, 3 and 3. Green School, same thing, 3 and 3. Memphis had 3 seats, and it looks like right now Jeremy Hickman's in the lead. It just passed before I could tell the second person. That's almost one of them things we can tell who's not in the lead. Again, Tommy Crabtree's in the lead for Northwest Schools. I will say it sounds like he's done his due diligence when it came to getting out there and reaching out to the voters.
Go in green. Somebody's asking in the comments. There were 3 seats open and 3 candidates, so everybody got a seat, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean it's showing who's voted for who, but yeah, it said 3 seats open and there's 3 seats. It looks like Willersburg's sitting in the same position, and that's the one Stratton was on. Some of these, like I said, they were uncontested. People went in and voted, and
so, folks, what we're waiting at, what's going on, folks? So, just so you guys know, is that Betty's having to look at the main screen, that's set up in the rotunda there at the courthouse, and so it's kind of circulating because she's having difficulty getting the updated current results, the paperwork from the Board of Elections, who's just at the other end of the rotunda there. But this is not the first time that's happened. We've had delays like this before. But so I'm just that's right now. The folks want to know about the Green Township, which we've answered. 3 seats open, 3 candidates. So all the candidates are in. And so we're going to just keep on going. So, Betty, I'm going to let this be your call. I can queue up another one of the videos from our archives to let the
Yeah,
folks watch.
I'd say go ahead. I mean, some of these, they look like they've got, I mean, again, if I say for like the tax levy for Washington right now, they're going for it. The zoning plan, it looks like they are against it at the moment for that zoning plan for Washington Township. Now they just went back to a regular screen. They're not even showing any numbers at the moment. So yeah, if you feel the need to go ahead and show another outtake.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but this is one of them elections where you're going to get a lot up front, and then it's just going to sit there while they're waiting for whatever left to come in. But right now, I mean, a lot of this you could probably already call.
Okay.
With
And
these smaller townships. I'm just saying that. Like right now, Sean Dunn's still 27. David Malone is 60. There was only one write-in on a couple other people for Portsmouth Council. Of course, Andy Cole went uncontested. Fifth Ward right now, it still looks like Chris Neff is in the lead over Edwin Martell. And I know these are some things that are important to people because they wanted, even if you didn't live in Portsmouth, we all do a lot of work in Portsmouth, so we wanted to know who was, how those change up on those seats were going to be.
right. And those numbers that you just read off were the early voting numbers, not what people voted today. So that's what we've been waiting on for an hour and a half. Is is for that information. And there was a big deal about the hey, Big John Mills. What's on? Hang on just a second. They shake out. Thank you, Big John. Hey, we were just talking about SCDN Radio and Big John Mills. You can find on SCDN Radio. So good to see you, and everybody go over to SCDN Radio and listen to Big John. I tell you what, that's fantastic. But we're going to let Betty do her magic. Go over there and tell whoever the representative is to move it along. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Is you remember how they told us with all these new computer voting machines that it was going to be like that? It was going to come so fast.
No, it's not like that. I will tell you again, Rush Township, Rick Howes is 325, John Howard is 219, Downey Willersburg is 375. So again, you're almost at a point where you could call that for Rush Township. And that looked again like it was 50% of the voting that was in.
Okay. All right.
I will say this, I think they're all 3 great guys. I think they probably ran a hard race for that area. So.
All right, very good. Betty, I'm going to go ahead and cut you loose to go get us some numbers, shake that tree, and we'll all watch a little something here while she's doing that. Thank you so much, Betty. And here's what it was. Oh, boy, this is a fun one. All right, I had it queued up and then, all right. So I need to go share this screen. You guys are going to like this. Well, I'm going to make myself hungry. Now I got to see. This is the fun of doing live. Let's take Betty's shot. Betty's got a shot here for us. Let's see if we can take it.
Come out here sometimes when I feel alone. When the rain starts falling and I feel at home. I was born in a flood.
Okay, Betty, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I've been back in there again. Cornerstone just came in to drop off their stuff. So yeah, everything's kind of delaying a little bit tonight, Mark. It's nothing that they're doing. They're just waiting, just like we are, waiting to get the final results in.
All right. So Cornerstone is the fourth ward.
Cornerstone, well, the voting went on there for, I know, for first wards, like for Sean and David.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's where the voters of the fourth ward.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, they just dropped off something. So a lot of you got a lot of these different places that are just now, which I guess you got to understand, they got to get all the voting in and then they got to clean everything up. And then somebody's probably assigned to bring it over here.
Okay, sounds good. Just wave at me. We're gonna.
All right, I'm gonna sit down just for a quick minute. So yeah.
Okay, thanks. All right, and I have this ready to present. What happened to it? There it is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Today we are going to make homemade pasta. It's very easy and it's far superior to anything that you can buy in a store. So let's look at the ingredients. The first thing you're going to need, 2 cups of flour, 3 eggs. Now look back at her now. There's a very important rule. It's called a 2-3-4 rule. 2 cups of flour, 3 eggs will serve 4 people. That's very important. 2, 3, and it'll serve 4. And then you want to add some salt, and a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to roll it out. And then there's a couple of things, deviations that I like to do. I like to put a little bit of pepper in, and my secret ingredient. This is how you know you've got pasta from the store or pasta from Papal. And this is thyme and rosemary. It makes a fantastic extra layer of taste and texture and boldness in a pasta. That's right, the pasta will have some flavor. So let's get started. So I've got my 2 cups of flour on the table here. And I like to just kind of go through it and just make sure you can get the real fine 0-0 flour, but this is all-purpose flour and it'll work fine. But I just like to go through. Now since we're dealing with our dry ingredients, this is also where I add a dash of our special ingredient. That's rosemary and thyme, just a dash. And a little bit of pepper. So now all of our dry ingredients are ready, and we're going to make our magical flour volcano. Oh my friends, this is where it gets fun, and I remember my grandma doing this. This is where it gets fun. Now I have already whisked those eggs. I showed you there were 3. Here we go. Oh yeah. And this is what everybody's afraid to do. So then they go to the store and buy that dehydrated, terrible, no good for you, horrible pasta because they're afraid of this part right here. Now at this point, the beginning of the process, it's going to be very sticky. Whoa. But as you knead it, it will start to have some, here's a 50-cent word for you friends, elasticity. And that's where the gluten will start to activate. And then it will be far less sticky. Just keep doing it. So you want to fold it, turn it. Fold it, turn it. And then what will eventually happen in about 10 minutes is you won't see, bring it back in here, you won't see this flaky part. After that gluten activates, this will be very stretchy. So the key is to keep doing this so you don't have these dry tears. You can start to see the texture of the herbs and the pepper, and this is going to make a very unique pasta. It's not going to be bland, it's going to be excellent. Because everybody spends all the time flavoring their sauce, and the poor pasta gets ignored. But this is what we are looking for right here. This nice bounce. Just going to wrap it in some plastic wrap, keep it from drying out on top. Now this is the hardest part of the whole thing. Are you ready? Leave it there for 20 minutes. Oh yeah, by the way, now's a good time to clean up the mess. It is 20 minutes into the future. Let's unwrap our happy surprise. Now you should start to see a sheen. It's a little shiny. That's what we're looking for. Hello, dough ball. Now to roll this entire thing would be crazy. So we're going to just take a chunk. Look at that, stretchy. Oh, I'm telling you what's the truth. Did you hear that belly laugh? That's beautiful. Oh, I should get paid more. All right, so we're going to let this continue to do its thing. And now we are going to work a little chunk, and we want to go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of a rectangle. And now it's time for the rolling pin. And we keep rolling. See how beautiful that is? Oh, my friends. Now what I like to do is go ahead and fold it in half and do it a couple of times, because each time you put that layer in, that's going to trap a little bit of air in there and make your pasta just a little bit more tender. It's going to make it a little more light and airy. So don't be afraid. It's okay. Just fold it over and do it a couple of times. And it'll be worth it whenever you get done in the texture and taste. Look at this now. Oh yeah. Now that's pasta, friends. Now from this point, I can go ahead and make lasagna noodles. We're ready to go. Or I can make a brother to this, or cut this in half and begin to make raviolis, which we'll do in another video. But for this video, we are going to make some fettuccine. But this is the beginning. This is the basis where it all starts. Your tortellini would come from this. Your ravioli and your lasagna come just from this right here. It's beautiful. Now let's make some easy peasy ravioli. I'm going to do another video on actual ravioli recipes for the fillings. So this one is just the how-to on the homemade pasta and how it works. In a future video, we'll talk about recipes for the fillings. But this is your pasta 101 part. Isn't she lovely? We don't have to pay for that song, do we? Just because they sing it. Now this edge is a little thick, so we want to, that's perfect. Go ahead and give just a little bit more love. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. And I will show you the fold over method. And again, I don't know how this is going to be edited, but this is not a video on the fillings, but rather the pasta itself. And we will do another video on some exciting fillings. This is just the pasta and the technique. The best part is if you forget to put the water on, you can unfold it. Now we're folding for real this time. First time was just practice. Get that air out. Now at this point, some people cut these more like a wonton. But I'm really not. There's a time and place for a nice dumpling. So we will still make ours look pretty much like the others. Normally you notice the fold over method and the raviolis come out triangular. But we will stick to our regular course of action. Trusty fork. And this seals everything. So now let's test our theory on our noodles. Since we made them here at home, then they should only take about 4 minutes to cook. So let's give them a try. This is salty water, boiling salty water. And our trusty fork. Now show the time. All right. see how they puffed up? Oh man, steam. Woo. Oh man, looky here, looky here. Ravioli for later, but while we're cooking, let's go ahead and throw a few in. These take a little bit longer because they're thicker. And the water wasn't all the way boiling. And let's look at the clock and, oh, hi, hey, how's it going? Let's go 6 minutes. All right, here we go, friends. Pasta rule number 1, when it floats, it's done. Oh, there should be music. So here is our beautiful dish. Here is our fettuccine and our ravioli. Now this fettuccine is very hearty, so it can be used in an Italian dish, no problem. But you may want to consider sometimes adding maybe sirloin tips and gravy, or some chicken, or with the Italian marinara. It's completely up to you. Once you make the noodles, you're good to go, whatever you like. But then also here's our ravioli. And let's do the important thing. Let's give it a try, shall we? After all, that's what we're here for. Get some on my board. You can taste that flavor. You can taste the heartiness, the springiness in the noodle that you never get from the store. That's real homemade. That's real homemade. Let's look at the ravioli. All we did was put cheese in here to show you how to do the ravioli. Well, let's give it a try, shall we? It's like an Italian dumpling pillow of love. Thanks for watching. All right. How about that?
That was cool. I like that.
We made some pasta while we were waiting on results. So let me fix our faces. There we go. All right. You have some results here for us?
Everything's about the same. Again, I'm going to talk about Rush Township trustees right now. Danny Willersburg and Rick Hiles is in the lead. Let's see. Most of your the levies in that area have passed.
We did have somebody asking about Morgan Township in the comments.
As soon as it popped, right now they have it, the screen, there's nothing to being displayed. As soon as that pops back up, I will definitely get that to you. I'm still waiting on some paperwork, which not sure if I'm going to get that or not. So I'm trying to read between the lines on what comes up on the screen.
All right. Okay. So there's nothing on the screen. So that's good news. Actually, that means they're going to update. So the next
Okay,
time
here we go. You said Morgan Township.
yes.
Let me take a look here. We've got Brush Creek coming up there. I'll say Creek. For the levy is 97. Let's see, Clay Township. For the levy, yes. Clay Township roads vote, yes. Jefferson Township levy, yes. Township roads, it looks like a yes. This is at 54% of the votes. Let's see, Nile Township, tax levy, they're kind of slipping. Down, that's going kind of fast now. Rush Township roads, it looks like a yes still. Levy for them still is 317. I hope they slow that down a little bit. There we go. Vernon Township tax levy, it looks like yes so far. Washington Township Police, it looks like they're still lagging.
So you're saying it looks like a no? Looks like a
Yeah.
no on that?
Yeah.
And it's not that the Washington Township wants police. It's their contribution towards the sheriff's officers.
Okay. Again, now it should be showing up again here in a second. It looked like McGinnis was up there for the Portsmouth City Schools. She was a write-in for Portsmouth. I'm just going off of earlier, watching that.
Hey Betty, why don't you go ahead and show like you were? I saw before, but I was letting this cooking video show. Yeah, just square that up there, and we'll just take that to get over closer to the numbers. Like can you get on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like more people are in there with you now. Now we can't see the names. Dag nabbit.
Oh, I know. It's like one or the other.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna mute you, and we'll just watch that screen roll together. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
And raised by a riverbank. My mama said you'll get washed away, chasing a girl out there one day. And I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and 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 I am. Her hair hangs low, and it hangs so black. She's got a face like the light on a Pontiac. She ain't got no home, she ain't got no kid, but she's always when I get in. So I take her out dancing every night, right there in the pale moonlight. And I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and 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 I am. Ooh, And I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and 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 I am.
So we're watching these results. They're all 100% in. So you can see everything is called. The race is done. Look for your township. Look for your levies. Look for your council members. Look for your school board members. Look for your trustees. All votes are in. This is the final run. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is everything is 100%. We'll keep looking on the right-hand side of your screen, and Betty's going to keep her camera right there so everybody can see. And I have with me on the phone newly elected Northwest School Board member Tommy Crabtree. Hello, Crabtree.
Hey,
Buddy, congratulations.
thank you so much. We're very excited. We put in a lot of work here over the last couple months, and now tonight is the night we actually get to go to work and get to do everything we promised and really work hard for all the kids out here in the Northwest School District and start to really push forward with our promise of transparency and accountability here in the Northwest School District. So we're really excited tonight.
Fantastic. And congratulations on a job well done. We'll be looking forward to that transparency and those school board meetings getting live streamed. I know that was a big issue. So yeah, we're now see you're an elected official. So that means that I'm going to have my eyeballs on you. Okay.
Sounds good, my friend. Thank you so much, and we look forward to it.
It is my pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, newly elected Northwest School Board member, Tommy Crabtree. Tommy, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, okay?
Thanks, Mark. You too. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, folks. That was Tommy Crabtree, and I think that Betty is trying to, I'm looking here to see, I think Betty, there's somebody in the courthouse building that Betty's trying to get a hold of, so we'll let her do that. And is this 100%? Yes, this is 100%. As you can see, when it says that the black 100%, everything, all votes are in, all votes have been counted, and winners have been declared. I'm going to take myself back off this screen so yours will be a little bit bigger. But we appreciate Mr. Crabtree taking a moment and speaking to us. He literally just moments after he realized that all votes were in, and he did it. So, and Betty's looking for somebody there in the courthouse, and I'm going to let you guys watch this lovely thing run and watch for you. Oh, I forgot to say, this background song that you're hearing, Swamp Girl, is by one of our local bands. So you'll find this over on SCDN Radio. It's called Swamp Girl, and it's by one of our local bands, Smokehouse. So we're going to listen to that whilst these numbers scroll on. And we are going to be, we're going to let this roll one more time. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like they're done. Just like, yeah, looks like they're done. All right, so we're going to see if Betty's going to come back on. Oh, good. Okay. All right, this is the final time we're going to run it. So, Betty, if you can hear me, this is the final time we're going to run it. And while we're doing that, we're going to let Smokehouse tell us about the Swamp Girl.
I come out here sometimes when I feel alone, when the rain starts falling and I feel at home. I was born in a flood and raised by a riverbank. My mama said you'll get washed away chasing a girl out there one day. And I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and 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 I am. Her hair hangs low, and it hangs so black. She's got a face like the light on a Pontiac. She ain't got no home, she ain't got no kid, but she's always when I get in. So I take her out dancing every night, right there in the pale moonlight. And I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and I am. I said, Mama, I ain't in love with no swamp girl, but I am, and 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 I am. And I said, Mama,
pass the light around, my friend. Don't hide it when it shines. One little jar turns the dark to gold. One's the young and heals the old. One's the young and heals the old. Pass the light